YouTube? Welcome back to another stream. I am here joined by Block.
Yo.
And Shinry will be here in just a little bit. He said 9 at the latest. So, so there's some interesting stuff that came out for qualifying. We're going to kind of go over that, and then we will go ahead and get into some interesting topics here this week. Pretty big one is Darrell Waltrip retired, and there was another K&N race, so we're going to have to go over that because we got to get our Haley Deegan report in. And so we got some interesting stuff, and we got a new guy on the team or whatever. Let's go ahead and get started with some results here. And the big headline going into this weekend is, well, now it is, that Chase Elliott and William Byron take the front row, continuing Hendricks. I think we can just call it qualifying dominance. Just it's crazy how fast they are in qualifying, but then when they get to the race, I don't know how fast they'll be. But it's nice to actually be able to just not see them sitting in 10th the entire race. So I guess that's good. But I don't know. My personal opinion on it is that I'm not going to jump my gun, even though I'm a Hendrick fan, until I see Chase Elliott, William Byron, all those guys actually be in the front for the entire race. Because at Texas, Chase Elliott and Jimmy Johnson, and I guess William Byron too, they all had fast cars, but they just really fell off really fast. And by the time, we got into stage 3, they were all just lucky to get a top 10. And then I think Johnson finished 5th and Byron was up there, but Chase, he just fell off pretty bad. And it really seems like a big thing is if they get stuck in traffic, and that's something with other cars we've seen, especially the Chevys. Once they get in traffic, it's like they can't get back up through the traffic, which opposed to Kyle Busch, we saw him go NASCAR Heat 3 mode, and basically, I think about twice this year he's come back from, pit penalties and stuff like that. So nothing really too that's pretty big. So being able to get through and it could be kind of this package as well. But So anyways, moving on. Looks like Ryan Blaney and Eric Jones make up the second row. I don't know if Blaney so much, but I know definitely Eric Jones. He's always been really good at this track, and Blaney, he's just a good all-around driver, so I'm not too surprised to see him there. But I think this could be an interesting start of the race, considering Kyle Busch is in kind of the back of the field, and we'll get into that in just a second. But what's your thoughts on this top 4 here so far?
Well, it's pretty good. Hendrick Motorsports getting top row is a good thing right now, but my question is, could they actually hold that top and win it?
Right, and that's in the end, that's just the biggest thing. I mean, Byron, I feel like he could either be really good, or he's just going to be like a paperweight and fall all the way back to the top 10 or out of the top 10 really quick, or who knows? Maybe they actually finally have speed. It's just kind of like last year. They would show speed in qualifying, and then it seemed horrible. So I don't know. They hopefully they can do well. But moving on down the lineup here, we got Denny Hamlin rounds out the top 5. He looks to be on some momentum, winning the Daytona 500, and obviously winning last week. So he's definitely got a lot of momentum heading into this weekend. I guess I don't hate him. I don't really like him, but I don't hate him. So, Anyways, moving on. Eric Almirola and Joey Logano. Those are 2 cars. I don't think they're really exceptionally oh my gosh, these guys are the top. But they're good drivers. They got some speed this weekend, and see if that translates. Clint Bowyer, Paul Menard, and Jimmy Johnson round out the top 10. And Paul Menard, he had a fast car last time, and then I think he got caught up in that early race wreck and was not able to recover from that. And Jimmy Johnson, it's funny because I can remember a time when Hendrick was they would be the one that would work their way from the back of the field. I feel like they were terrible at qualifying, start out in the 20s and 10s.
Yeah.
And then just make their way to the front, but it seems to be quite the opposite this time.
Very opposite.
Yeah. Ryan Newman in 11th. He had a really good race at Texas. I don't know, did it end or did he actually just ended up pretty good? But he had a really good race there. Showed some speed. Brad Keselowski in 12th. He had an issue at Texas, but hopefully he's able to turn that around. Kevin Harvick in 13th. Alex Bowman 14th. Hopefully he didn't have to go into a backup car this week, so hopefully that means he'll have a fast car. I don't think he's really been all too bad at Bristol, but I don't know. Austin Dillon and Kyle Larson make up 15th and 16th. And I'll go ahead and bring in Kyle Busch in 17th. Now, Larson and Busch, it was a spring race last season. They were 1-2, and Kyle Larson had the lead, and then Kyle Busch hit him with that bump and run. But at the end of the day, they are two drivers that have been really dominant here recently. Larson hasn't gotten a win, but Busch has been the winner in most of those situations. But they're two cars that I think will find their way up to the front at some point in the race. I mean, definitely Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson should, and hopefully we'll see another close battle between the two of them. Michael McDowell got 18th along with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 19th. I think Stenhouse is a pretty decent short track racer. I'm not sure. Daniel Suarez in 20th. 21st, Matty Benedetto. Now, Matty Benedetto, even in the 32 car in that 3-star equipment, he was still pretty fast. I mean, I think his best finish ever is either at Talladega or Bristol, and it's a top 10 finish. So he definitely can drive at these tracks, and it should be interesting to see what he can do in better equipment. And he's been improving pretty well every week. We see him in the top 15, top 10 at least some point in the race. Reagan in 22nd, Martin Truex Jr. 23rd. Ty Dillon 24th, Chris Buescher 25th, Daniel Hemrick in 26th, Kurt Busch 27th, Bubba in 28th, and Matt Tifft cracked the top 30 for what seems like the first time in forever. We'll see how long that lasts. And nothing really interesting. The slowest speed of today the qualifying. Quinn Huff gets the third slowest speed award of the season, going 115 miles per hour opposed to Chase Elliott's 131. That is a grand total of math. that would be about 16 miles per hour slower than the leader. And then he was even 5 miles per hour, 6 miles per hour slower, basically 7 miles per hour slower than Timmy Hill. So, yeah. Not a good week for Quinn Huff, as he's not a good season at all. Who's the guy who was supposed to run the 77?
No.
it was something Tanner Berryhill or something like that. Didn't you like retire or something? Like, oh, this is slow. Like, I could have told you that.
Well,
like I could have told you your car was going to be slow. Like, Ross Chastain still does it. What a man. Going through the practice here, Blaney won the practice. Kyle Larson was 4th best.
Blaney with an actual record, beating Denny Hamlin's record.
Oh, he did. He beat the record.
Yeah, Blaney beat Hamlin's record. Then on the same exact day for qualifying, Chase Elliott beats Blaney's record.
Dang, that's just proof that these cars just keep on getting faster.
And it was about 1 mile an hour quicker. It's crazy.
Let's see. Chase and William, yeah, that's crazy. Chase and Will Bill are 7th and 8th. Let's see. Oh, did the 18 even make an attempt? I don't think the 18 made an attempt.
No.
I don't see him on here. Yeah, it looks like the 18 didn't make an attempt. Oh, there he is. He was 14th fastest. So maybe Kyle Busch, for once in his life, is not. Who am I kidding? I'm not even going to say it. Like, we all know he's going to be really fast, as always. I mean, didn't he get like a top 5 when he wrecked like the 3rd lap last year?
Yeah.
I think that was the night race, and he wrecked in the 3rd lap. Still was able to get a top 5 with a killed car. Like, that's just how good he is at Bristol. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It really is. Let's see. No practice. Oh, yep, there was a practice. There's 2 practices for the Xfinity Series. John Hunter Nemechek was fastest in that. I mean, nothing really. I'm just checking. Noah Gragson 10th. Goldcuster 2nd. And then the second practice, Custer was fastest. Of course, my phone's going to die. Yeah, Justin Allgaier, Justin Haley. But yeah, that's how Xfinity's going. So we got Bristol this weekend, and
Bristol,
once Caleb gets in here, Bristol baby. And then at the end we'll go ahead and go over our picks for this week. But some main storylines I would say is going to be the
DW.
That's a huge one, and I kind of find it funny that it's at one of his best tracks, if not best track, Bristol.
Yeah.
That he's calling it quits, and I think Caleb actually has an interesting opinion on it. Or I don't know.
DW's gonna boogity out of here.
Yeah, he's. But I think my biggest question is who's going to replace him. Please do not let it be Michael Waltrip. I do not want it to be Michael Waltrip. No. Like I like his grid walk, but just watching the truck races, it's not it, Chief. Like
it's not.
I don't know who would be a good candidate. I mean, maybe Jamie McMurray, but then you have two drivers. What's the point in that? Maybe just bring Larry Mack and make him the third person.
Larry Mack was a good one.
Yeah, I think the best option for them. I mean, I don't really know. I think Jamie McMurray maybe a couple years down the line if Jeff Gordon decides to go off and become Hendrick's owner and doesn't broadcast anymore. Maybe Jamie McMurray could step in there. I think you always have to have kind of a recent driver in there. Just to get that, but I mean, I don't know. I think their best option right now, unless they acquire somebody over the off season or something, would just to put Larry Mack, Jeff Gordon, and Mike Joy there as the three. And I don't think that's really. I don't think that a lot of people hate on the Fox broadcast, and I think despite NBC's being terrible, abysmal the first 2 years, or its first few years of being there, I think NBC really passed them last year, and I don't know if it was all Dale Earnhardt really or Junior. I don't think Junior definitely was the deciding was definitely a huge factor in that, but I don't think it was all Junior that really carried the team over Fox. It just seems like Fox is kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It's something about the Fox crew. It's just not the same. Maybe it's just because it's been the same guys for quite a while, or same two guys.
You know what my question is?
What?
Are they gonna continue the boogity or what?
I don't think he can. I think he kind of got to let that be Darrell's thing. I think Darrell. I feel like Darrell might come back for a couple select races.
Yeah.
And that would especially fit in if you put Larry Mack in there. You can just slide back to his position he's in now for those couple races. DW does. Like he'll probably do like the Daytona 500 or something, but. I mean, he's just done full time. I mean, he didn't say he was done for good. He said he was just done full time, right?
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I don't think there's really any other just plot twist. He just moves to NBC.
Oh my
just
God.
Imagine him and Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the same booth. That would be crazy. I'd love it, but
that would be nice.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think right now where it's going, I wouldn't be surprised if NBC, when the new contract comes out, gets some more races on their schedule, or maybe even takes over. Because I don't know, I just feel like this Fox is like, I can't tell. They do stuff that it seems like they're invested in the sport, and then at the same time, I don't know.
No, Fox is probably gonna stick with it.
I think they will, but it's just there's always, I don't know. I just got this in the back of my mind. I feel like they're just going to leave. But
remember Speed?
Speed! Oh my gosh!
My God, that was lit.
I know. I didn't. I had it, and then for some reason they just took it out of my package. Then I hated it, but I liked it when I had it. I had it for like a year, and then Dish was like, "No, this isn't in your package anymore."
How about ESPN, bro?
ESPN, that was a good broadcasting crew, but I think the writing was on the wall that they were going to just get rid of. I mean, they have completely. I mean, me and Caleb, we were, it was just me, and then I told Caleb, and I was going to watch an F1 race. It was on ESPN 2 or something, and so I go on, and college softball was playing over it. College softball. How do you play college softball over F1? Like,
which version of college softball?
and then Caleb gets on. He's like, this new aero package for F1 looks sexy. And it's like, it's not even like it's a dumb joke, but it got me. Like, I just sat there for 5 minutes of laughing.
Yo, that's pretty sexy freaking package.
But
if you know what I mean.
Honestly, after that, I think I
think SBN's done with motorsports.
Yeah, the only reason they have F1 is because they basically got it for free. Like, they got it
basically
cheap.
And watch NBC or Fox take over F1.
Well, I don't see why you wouldn't. I don't know if Fox really would, but I think NBC would be the one to take it over.
NBC
I mean, if he's I think it was Eric Estep. He reported it like a month or two ago that Fox Sports 1 is now past ESPN2, and Fox Sports 1, it shows baseball, it shows college basketball, and it shows NASCAR. And yeah, I think that's really. I think they have like morning soccer matches, but I don't watch whatever soccer. I mean, I do watch soccer. I do watch some Premier League, but I don't know what soccer match they have. They don't have Premier League.
Yep.
But and
Flash News, we're turning into a soccer thing.
Yeah, new soccer podcast. I don't know anything about soccer.
Me
I
neither.
literally I have zero clue. I just there's nothing on in the morning. I really don't feel like watching politics, so I just turn on some soccer. That's literally all I do.
No. What you put on in the morning? Nickelodeon.
Well, yeah, that's
pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it with that. I guess since Caleb really hates the Haley Deegan report, I'm gonna just go ahead and give it right now.
Oh, let's hear it.
All right, so let me find the results here. Oh, Chinnery's not gonna make it.
Oh, woo.
Can we get a rip in the chat for Chinnery 20?
No, rip. No, press F to pay respects, bro.
Where the heck? KN. I think they're racing this weekend.
There probably are.
KN Pro Series. Yeah. Nope, I didn't want the West. That's what I want.
You know what we should talk about? We should talk about when Jimmy Johnson's winless streak will come to an end.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Okay, are we really not going to have K&N Pro Series results? All right, I think she got like a top 5 or something, which isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination, but he said he's at the gas station parking lot. He lives out in the country like 20 minutes away. So he'll get here. He'll get here right at the end. So we'll save whatever debate. We can talk about Jimmy Johnson, but whatever debate you want to talk about.
It's Yimmy Yam.
So Jimmy Johnson, it's in the 50s. Yeah, it's definitely in the 50s.
Yo, you know what track I think he's gonna probably break his winless streak at?
Or
Dover.
That's where I think too. That seems like, other than a super speedway, it seems like the most probable.
Yo, guess who's going to Dover, bro?
You're?
Yo.
Dab.
Yo, can I get a dab on them haters?
Oh my! I'm gonna get demonetized. Oh, Chinnery's watching.
Oh, country. Yo, Chinnery, why you not here, bro?
Yeah, Caleb, how dare you not be here? That's no excuse, Caleb.
No, that's a no bueno.
Not being at your house is no excuse for not making it.
That's a no bueno for here.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said earlier, you've been replaced by Block. You're no longer allowed. I'm just kidding.
Oh no! I accidentally opened up my Minecraft server.
Oh, Caleb says fuck off. Caleb, you're gonna get me demonetized. Caleb says I own the show. Wait a second, that's not how that works.
I think I think that we already got demonetized as soon as
Oh my gosh. I don't even care. Wait, how could you be demonetized if you're not already monetized? Like, let me see. Let me look at my ad revenue here.
It's $0.
If I were to monetize my video in the entirety of my channel, which is like half a year, or I think it's a year. Well, if it's not even letting me out of here. That's what I was thinking.
You gotta get more subscribers. You subscriber list.
Actually, I have 50. There, 50. Yeah, 37. Bro. I have made. Oh shoot! I've made $32. I do need to monetize my videos. Shit. I had no clue I was making that much money. That's $32 I could put towards the.
I like how this podcast went into from NASCAR into seeing if we got monetized.
Now I just need to start monetizing the video. Get that money. Caleb said he's leaving. Why are you leaving, Caleb? You know you can type in the chat, right? Like,
I can't even see the chat.
How dare you leave, Caleb? You wanna answer us, Caleb? Come on, come on, Henry. Chiturney. Oh, well, he's going to take.
Are you live?
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think outside the box here.
Alrighty then. Let's see what else is there to talk about. Oh, it's Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell, gotta love it. Christopher Bell. He said, I can't really picture supplanting any current JGR, replacing any current JGR driver in Cup Series.
Hold up. You want more views?
Uh-oh.
You want more views? I'll give you views.
Oh, he's leaving the gas station. I thought he meant he was leaving like the okay.
Hold up. You want some views? I got you some views. Hold up. Watch 5 people fucking join. Hold up. All right. Do anything.
Like what? Type? Wait, what? Do anything.
All right.
Yeah, I sent you a link, Caleb.
Get up. All right. What else do you want to talk about?
I wanted to kind of talk about Christopher Bailey.
Oh, yo.
Massacres. I can't say that. So I mean, Bell, he's got what, 9 wins?
Yep, he got
9 wins. He got 9 victory royales, and he should have been.
Jesus Christ! What's going on in the other room? Continue.
Oh, he should have gotten the ultimate victory royale, and that is an Xfinity championship, but he didn't.
Did you get any more people?
No, I got like. No, it's just Chenry.
Chenry.
Chi Chodol Chenny. But
hold on. I'm gonna try and get you more views. I'm trying to advertise this broadcast.
All right.
For the man, the legend, Left Turn Central.
Views. I'm a legend.
Yeah, you got them
Oh, well,
views.
we got it. Well, rip my phone. Oh, there it goes.
Yo, you got
We
any
got
more
another
views?
viewer. Welcome, fellow viewer. Welcome to the stream.
Yo, what's up? Yo, yo, yo.
And one.
Who is it?
I don't know. And then say.
All right. We said basically everything when no one was here, so you want to go over them again?
I mean, if you want to.
I really don't care.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just highlight the qualifying because I honestly don't feel like going person for person. So Chase Elliott and William Byron got the
With Chase Elliott breaking the
record.
record after Blaney basically
Broke
an
it.
hour later.
Yeah, and that makes me think like if we didn't have these restrictor plates, they're the one thing that it's not. If we weren't, slowing down the cars and had the extra drag with the spoiler, would we then would we be breaking records at all these mile and a halves? Is something that I've always wondered. And I think that we basically every year before we added this new package, we basically we were breaking at least 2 or 3 records each time. And
Yo,
I
how to
remember
get
Busch
demonetized?
broke one at Texas. And,
This podcast is sponsored by Pepsi.
demonetization. Caleb, you have not I cannot believe you did not like this yet. Don't even like your own podcast, Caleb. How dare you?
Here. Yo, do we get any more views?
No, we didn't get anybody else.
So it's just one person?
Yeah.
God damn it. When this goes up onto your YouTube channel, people are going to say, what the fuck is this?
Why the hell did I pick Ty Dillon last week?
Yo, so, you know what? So, let's go on to picks. Let's go on to picks because...
Oh, we gotta wait for Chenry.
I'm not waiting for Henry.
Gotta wait for Mr. Chenry.
He's taking too long.
He'll be here in like 0.2.
0.2 seconds.
Yeah.
1, 2. Where the fuck is he?
Yeah. And this is actually tough. I'm actually making my picks right now.
Picture of what?
I picked this person.
So my pick today is no one.
I pick everyone.
I choose you, Pikachu. Oh wait, no, we're demonetized already.
Rick, why am I even picking William Byron? I'm not going to pick him.
Yo. So. So can we agree that Kyle Busch is bad?
Oh yeah, he's so bad that he's won 300 races. 300 races, 200 races. I wish I was bad that many times.
Like, all right. So, Jimmy Jam.
I'm gonna have to ask you to
exit the facility.
please exit the facility.
I know one way to get us demonetized.
Oh, what the?
Don't worry in the background. This podcast is sponsored by Pornhub.
Well,
demonetization already gone.
you're about to like get it like so bad that it's just going to be monetized because It's been demonetized so far.
It's been demonetized so much that it got monetized.
Yeah, you just basically you're gonna do the reverse effect.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sicko mode on this.
Sicko mode. Sicko
You guys want to hear sicko mode or Mobamba? Sicko mode or
All right, let's get back
Mobamba.
on track. Weren't we like talking about Christopher Bell coming to?
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, we were
I
talking.
think I'd say it probably goes to Levine Family Racing because they said they're going to open up another charter and another team. Now, what car that would be? It might be the 59 because I believe that was the car they used to have, and they said no homo and switched to 95. Team. Now, what car that would be? It might be the 59 because I believe that was the car they used to have, and they said no homo and switched. I love hearing myself. Just kidding. So weird. This is like laughception.
Oh my god! Yo, you started this podcast halfway through your fucking intro. You started it halfway into your intro.
Well, I mean, it said it was started, so that's when I just started talking.
All right, let's try and get back on track.
Okay. Now,
These nuts.
our train right now is a solid mile away from the track, so we're just going to magically levitate it back over to the track, and it is now on the track.
Do we sicko mode it?
Yeah, we sicko moded it, and it's now back on track.
If I show this to my friends, they're gonna say, "What the fuck are you doing?" Yo. So, are you? I'm gonna destroy everyone here. Are you a Pepsi or Coca-Cola man?
Coke.
Son of a bitch.
Coke.
Pepsi all the way.
I mean, I'll drink both, but I just drink Coke more often.
Pepsi bottle, Coca-Cola glass. I don't give a damn.
Alrighty then. So we're already getting off the track. I think we're about quarter mile away from the track.
No, we're a whole 300 laps of Daytona.
So Christopher Bell.
No, we're all.
So Christopher Bell. He's definitely not going to replace anybody over there at Joe Gibbs, and really the only other Joe Gibbs affiliated spot for him would be Levine Family Racing, if I could speak English correctly.
As you're talking about this, you know who I think that's probably also going to move up to the Cup Series?
Who?
Noah Custer.
Who's he going to replace?
He's probably going to replace Kevin Harvick.
This year.
Not this year, but in a couple years.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think if he's not next in line, I don't know why Stewart Haas has him driving the 00 car. I don't get the point if you're just not going to ever bring him up. I don't know if Suarez actually had a good week last week, but if Suarez performs the way he really has been all season,
he's been doing good.
I mean, he had a good race last race, but I don't think he's really been doing that good. Otherwise, really, actually, has Clint Boyer really been the best driver there? And Derek Harvick's kind of been pretty silent.
Harvick's getting like top 10.
Yeah, welcome back.
I hit the wrong button. I hit the eject button.
I don't know. I feel like Harvick, I don't think he's really done. I mean, he's been getting top 10s, but I don't think he's really ever competed for a lead since Atlanta. At least Boyer and what's his name, Eric Almirola have done that. I don't know. I think Harvick just really had a really great season last year, and
Everything went down the drain.
now I think this year. Well, I don't know. I mean, Harvick before that was just kind of a couple wins a year season, maybe if you got lucky, make it into the Final Four type of guy, but never really a champion.
I'm sorry, who are we talking about?
Heavyweight
Again?
Kevin Harvick. Before last year, obviously. But yeah, I don't think he's ever. I mean, he's really won about 2 or 3 races a year.
All right. I think Kevin Harvick's turning into the next Jimmy Johnson.
I'd say he's kind of more of a Mark Martin. Gonna be like in it till like he's 59 years old, 69.
He's gonna boogity out of there.
Yeah, I think. Do you think Noah Gragson's going to replace Jimmy Johnson?
No, that's too bad.
I mean, who's going to replace him though? That's the question.
Watch a K&N fucking pro replaces him.
Haley Deegan.
What?
I would like that, but I don't think Caleb would.
I would start dying.
I think the entire NASCAR community would just start dying.
They're like Hendrick Motorsports having no hope.
Yeah, that would be I don't know. I think
that would be their first female.
We are incoming call from Chenry 20. Incoming
call.
Oh
no.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to send me a link because I don't have one.
Go to the Discord chat.
There's not one in there.
Big bet, Caleb. I added you like 16 times.
Yo, Caleb, we're going to have a fight.
I just added you again.
Yo, hurry up, Caleb. Stop being slow.
It's literally, you're talking about how it's your podcast that you're over half an hour late. He hung up with him.
He even says that he's like, oh, he's the person himself. That's
All right.
How is he the face of this when he's like an hour late?
Oh. What were we talking about?
Noah Gragson, right?
Yeah. So
replacing Jimmy.
To replacing Johnson. Oh, there's Chenry 20.
Oh, look who's here.
About time. We're talking about
Oh fuck.
You there, Caleb?
Can you?
All right, we're talking.
Oh wow, you take my picture too.
48.
We're joined by Block.
Yo, Sharon.
Yeah.
Yo, Hendrick Motorsports sucks this year, bro.
What sucks?
Hendrick Motorsports.
So what are we talking about here?
We're talking about who should replace Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, it's obviously going to be Noah Gragson.
But should they put somebody in there? Because, I mean, they've replaced Dale Earnhardt with Dale Earnhardt. I keep on saying Dale Earnhardt. They replaced Dale Earnhardt Jr. They replaced him with Alex Bowman, unexperienced talent.
Yeah.
No, hold up. You mean average Bowman?
Yeah. They replaced Casey Kane, who was pretty cheeks before.
The only race he won in 2016.
Byron's really honestly been probably about the same, which a lot of people wouldn't admit.
Watch Byron be the next freaking Casey Kane, but in the 24 car.
Yeah.
I think people doubt Hendrick. Right? I think he's being doubted way too much. I don't think he's going to be. I'm kind of thinking that Joey Logano's going to take him a long time to get there.
I'm not sure Chase is really the best example for this, but Chase has been did replace Jeff Gordon. He hasn't been the greatest, but it obviously has not been that terrible. So would it be a better idea to maybe bring in somebody more experienced side of things for a year or two and just
watch they try?
Well, the only problem would be with it is most veterans are probably going to retire.
Yeah, that's
you could pick up.
Could be.
You could probably bring back Greg Biffle.
Greg Biffle? I mean, I think he's open to racing still.
He would probably be good
if you get the sponsors.
If he wants it, too.
Just bring in, and I'm not saying maybe just 1 year, maybe 1 year. Let Noah Gragson get yet another year of experience in the Xfinity series, and then bring him up. At some point, Noah Gragson needs to come up to the Cup Series. But...
Well, here's what I think it's going to be Noah Gragson. I'm thinking of it this way. You hear when Junior Motorsports signs Justin Allgaier, you don't see Rick Hendrick with them in the press conference stuff. Chase Elliott, Rick Hendrick was there, signs with Hendrick Motorsports Alliance. William Byron signs Hendrick Motorsports Alliance. He's signing with Hendrick too, not just Junior Motorsports. Justin Allgaier has nothing to do with Hendrick Motorsports. Michael Nett has nothing to do with Junior Motorsports.
Right. Well, that doesn't mean that Hendrick won't say Noah Gragson, because
unless he turns out to be trash.
All right. Great starts.
So
he's improved.
My big question here is,
of course, Chase didn't get his first win.
Caleb.
Is
Fox trying to talk.
Yo, why would they actually have Noah Gragson? They could have picked any driver in the world.
I think people are just biased because he drove for Kyle Busch, so they don't like him. That's my opinion on it.
They could pick anyone.
I don't get what's wrong with Noah Gragson.
I think it's because he drove for Kyle Busch. That's what I think.
Yep. Probably.
That's not really. I think. I mean, who else did you want?
He's making aggressive moves.
Noah Gragson, also known as the babyface.
But I don't know who else really. I mean, Chris Bell's obviously.
Hendrick ain't got nobody else.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody else really.
I like how Hendrick Motorsports went from like a veteran type team to a rookie type team.
If you think about it, I mean, Jeff Gordon was what, 19, 20? He's pretty young when he came into it. I mean, he boomed right away.
Yeah,
but it's always been the Hendrick way. So.
Yeah, but as soon as he joined the team, he went straight into a win.
Right.
But that was a different time period where it was.
Yeah.
Like Jeff Gordon's come once every 20 years.
Right. And
that's not like Jeff Gordon's like.
I think part of it is that see Jeff Gordon do what
the only driver came out of the gate and just started being like dominant.
Jeff Gordon does what Jeff Gordon does. Jimmy Johnson does what Jimmy Johnson does, and we immediately expect that out of Chase Elliott, William Byron, and Alex Bowman. And I don't think that's fair to those drivers to expect such high expectations so early.
I mean, Noah Gragson's still.
He's like 19 or.
I mean, he came in second in points last year in trucks.
I thought you were talking about age. Yeah.
Yes.
That was a miscommunication there. But yeah, I don't think he's bad by any of the stretch of the imagination. I don't think he's ready for Cup, and I don't know if he will be by the time Johnson retires.
But he's probably Jimmy's 2021. Watch him sign like another 3-year deal. Surprise us all.
Well, I mean, I would complain, but I kind of would, because if he just seems to be getting progressively worse. But
it could be one of the things where Rick says, "Hey Jimmy, could you just stick around for one more year?" He did that with Jeff Gordon. Apparently, Jeff Gordon said that. Like, Jeff Gordon wanted to retire in 2012, and he says, "No, I ain't got no one ready. Could you stay a few more years?" He did the same thing in 2013. He's like, "Just wait around."
All right.
Because he's waiting for someone, and they found Chase Elliott.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think
so. It could be one of the things.
I think it's a two-edged sword, because a lot of people say if you rush somebody in the Cup Series, they're not going to be able to succeed. But how are they supposed to get Cup Series experience if they're not in the Cup Series? At the end of the day, it could be Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell could still bust. I mean, it's very hugely unlikely. But no matter how great you do in the Cup Series is a completely different, experience, and it's completely.
I don't think this guy's one.
Typically takes a while to get.
Yeah.
One guy I think could be a dark horse candidate is Zane Smith.
100%. I agree with you.
Is he? He's a truck driver, right?
Dark horse candidate. I don't think he'll get it, but he's a very. Also, I'm calling it. You could also see Christopher Bell.
Oh, yo, Sharon.
Okay.
Sharon.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. So before we're talking about Jimmy Johnson or Jimmy Yam, so we're talking about what track is going to break his winless streak.
It could really be anywhere. If he keeps get us a setup like he did Texas,
What
it could be at any mile
what
and a
track
half.
do you think he could break it and he's good at?
The best chance of him breaking it is Jimmy Johnson. It's like the hardest one to. It's really hard to. I mean, it could really be anywhere.
We said Dover.
Yeah, we said Dover.
Dover.
And it's kind of like
Dover's a pretty good track that he's been running.
Yeah, he's always been historically great. I mean, doesn't he have like Charlotte maybe?
Yeah, Charlotte or Dover.
But he's Jimmy Johnson. He's kind of like one of the drivers where he's just like there's like 5 or 6 tracks where he's just like.
Yeah, I mean, it really could be, but I feel like Dover's just always. I think is really his best track in that.
Hendrick seems to have a good short track program.
And yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he could obviously capture the win Sunday, but we don't expect that. But a couple of things I'll go ahead and ask Caleb. We kind of talked about it earlier. Kyle Busch and Kyle are kind of starting in the middle of the pack. Do you think they're slower this weekend, or I think
I hate
Busch. I
hate to break this to you. How Kyle Busch help? All his 9. I forget what they said, but all but one of his Bristol wins were outside the top 15 starting position.
Oh, well. Anyways, so what about Kyle Larson?
He's gonna choke the win.
Oh yeah.
100%.
He's one of my. I'm not positive.
If you think about it.
My pick for you want to just go through picks?
Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. We have our fantasy team.
Yeah.
If you don't have one, you just pick 4 drivers to watch out for.
5 drivers to watch out for, and then a winner, and then 2 stage winners, and a dark horse. So you can think about that as well. Catch and rehab. But then we also talked about Christopher Bell, and he's not leaving Toyota. You're crazy if you think he's leaving Toyota.
Yeah, he says that now, but if he's still there in 2020.
Joe Gibbs is not letting him go. He is going to do everything in his power to keep him there. And he's Joe Gibbs, so it'll happen.
This is my only opinion. If it's 2023, 2024, and he's still in the Xfinity series.
Okay, Caleb.
He's going to be he says that now, of course.
He's leaving 2021 tops, 2022 tops. Right.
I mean, he's not going to say he wants to leave because then Gibbs is going to be fine, you're done. I'm fine. I want to drive my Xfinity car.
Well,
that
would. But if he says that, he's getting a ride somewhere else. It's not.
Stuart Haas.
Junior Motorsports.
People say Denny Hamlin's going to leave for him. I don't see that because
Hamlin's fairly young still.
Owners was Denny has FedEx sponsor him in almost every race.
To be honest with you, if Christopher Bell's go to the
I don't know. This is a weird opinion.
Series, the person I think
replacement.
I will think about him replacing is Eric
Jones.
Yeah,
I think Jones. I think he's got enough talent where he'll stay in that job. I think MTJ is the one, not talent wise, obviously, but just age wise.
I think MTJ goes to 2023. But 2024, but my replacement, I have a prediction.
All right, let's hear it. Haley Deegan.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, no.
Hey, I think we all can agree she'll do better than Danica. It's almost virtually impossible worse than Danica.
But here's my opinion on Haley Deegan. I don't think she's bad, but she's.
We had a Deegan report.
2 wins.
Yeah, we got a Deegan report. That's good.
She has 2 wins. We're always talking like she's a cup champ. You know what I mean? Let's just.
I never said that.
Pump the brake. I'm just reading what media says about her. I'm not referring to you.
Right. But I do have high hopes for her.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I hope she does. I think she might. She's capable. But I'm not ready to hype her up as an ex-cup champion when she's won 2 races.
Yeah, people have been calling her the Jeff Gordon when she only won 1 race. 1 fucking race.
Yeah, right. And that's definitely early.
You really call Jeff Gordon by just winning 1 fucking race? Like, damn.
Gordon, he'd been racing since he was like 0 years old. And I think Deegan.
All right. I want to jump off this topic and jump on another one that people might get triggered over. Ford's better than Chevy.
Ford and Toyota are both better.
Other than Chevy.
I think the better conversation would be which is better between Ford and Toyota.
Ford. Well, they won the same exact races, like not like same, but they won like 2 races each already.
I would agree with you.
Actually, no. Toyotas have more wins.
Yeah, right.
But has any Toyota ever had Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin?
Yeah, it was just Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin.
Yeah,
and then the 2 freaking
Penske.
I think Toyota is the best right now, but Ford can still pass them.
Yeah.
I think what Ford has to do is either Ryan Blaney just goes off or Stuart Haas needs to be better.
Also, I have another
a little
one.
bit behind the.
Hendrick Motorsports
I was
is probably
thinking,
not the leader for.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but non-Joe Gibbs, non-Penske car has not won since 2018. Since Martinsville was won by Kyle Busch. Texas was won by Kevin. So since Texas 2018, non-Penske, non-Gibbs car has not won. That's the only cars that have won. Penske or Gibbs since Texas 2018.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Ford was. Yeah, that's pretty dominant. But to Block's point about Hendrick not being the best Chevy, I would agree right now, but I think at some point Hendrick will regain
the best team right now. Like, I'm not saying the worst team forever, but for right now, it's probably
Chip Ganassi.
Yup, because
it's not even because of Larson; it's because of the Kurt Busch.
Yes,
right now, top team's Penske.
Well, we're talking about Chevy. We're talking
top Chevy team. You talking?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chip Ganassi's sitting 4th on the
Kurt Busch.
If
Kurt Busch is the only.
Chase can overtake that if he can get a couple more top 5s and prove that he's
I think a good
stick up there.
And puts Chase really in that.
Yeah, Chase Elliott's one of my picks for Bristol.
Right. Let's go with our 5 fantasy team / 5 drivers to watch out for.
All right. He's going first. All right, I guess I'll go first then. Chase Elliott is my first pick. I mean, he won the poll. And Caleb, I swear to God, if you call him a flipping dark horse, I'm going at you.
What'd you say?
My second place is Ryan Blaney. I think Chase and Brian, I think they will pretty well be the first stage battle for the lead. Busch is in the back. Choosing the back. Kyle Busch, he's my other pick because do I really need to explain why Kyle Busch is one of my picks? I mean, Kyle Busch at any track is a valid point, and then Bristol is all I really have to say for this week. Eric Jones, he's always been fast here at Bristol, really ever since he came into NASCAR, so I expect him to repeat that. And Denny Hamlin, he's not my 5th pick. Why is Denny Hamlin on here? Quick commercial break.
We had no sponsors, but if you'd like to sponsor it.
Pretty quick here, usually, and then Kyle Larson's in my garage because I only have 5 picks left of him.
All right, I'm going to go with mine. And making one slight adjustment. Where are you? Where are you? There you are.
I'm right here, Caleb.
That's what I'm talking about. There you are. No, I don't want Eric Amarola.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I'll fix it. My 5 drivers, I have Eric Jones, Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, and Ryan Blaney.
It's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
What you got, Block?
Winning.
I
have
Chase
Ryan
Elliott.
Blaney
as my
Wait, did you
first
pick your winner also? Or are we going to do that?
Wait.
I got Ryan Blaney as my stage 1 winner. Chase Elliott being my stage 2 winner. I got Kyle Busch being my race winner, and for dark horse,
who's 5 to watch out for?
5 to watch for. Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., and finally Eric Jones.
Now, sorry, who you got winning?
So I got my stage 1 winner, Ryan Blaney. Stage 2 winner, Kyle Busch. Race winner, Kyle Busch. Toyota winning the race. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. NASCAR is very boring at times, and I don't expect this to be an exception.
I'm going to have Chase Elliott winning all the stages and the race.
All right, Caleb, you got me 2 seconds away from stopping the broadcast right now. Chase Elliott is my favorite driver in NASCAR, and I don't even expect him to finish in the top 5 in each stage.
Oh.
You got the poll. Would you like a cookie? Jimmy, you know who else got the poll? Jimmy Johnson. You know where he finished? Second in the stage. You know where he finished after that? I don't even know where
However,
he finished 5th
in the race.
He finished the race 5th. All right.
I mean, I expect him to do good, but I just don't expect him to dominate.
I'm just feeling it for some. I was thinking it before we won the poll too. For some.
No, I never. It never even crossed my mind to have Chase Elliott dominate.
I don't know. I'm just feeling it. However, I think Kyle Larson's going to be on the whole race.
I think it's just going to be Chase and Blaney's show the first stage, so maybe Chase gets a win there, and Eric Jones. And then I think after that, it's just going to be the Kyle Busch show.
Man, I don't see Kyle Busch winning this week. I don't even have my opinion. Now, dark horse. I got 2 dark horses.
Oh, I swear to God. Go ahead.
Eric Jones and Ricky Stenhouse.
Okay, Ricky Stenhouse is fair because he's a pretty decent short track driver. I don't know. He hasn't really started.
Decent, but he's been ass since for a while now.
For a while since
But he's pretty good short track. I don't know. I'm just feeling him.
Since last spring.
This is short track, and he's.
I'm saying
track, but
Eric Jones. I don't know if he's really considered a dark horse.
My opinion.
Eric Jones.
Is he winning consistently though?
That doesn't make a difference, Caleb. If Kyle Busch is winning consistency, but he's consistently ass at a certain track, does that make him not a dark horse?
I think our definition of dark horse are different.
Yeah, your definition of dark horse is overall legend.
He's dark horse on NASCAR Weekly Podcast.
And here goes the
Well, I see
15th in points last year.
So
one win at a super speedway track.
That's not a dark horse though. Okay, let's say Eric Jones is consistently one of the best drivers at Bristol year in and year out. Does that make him a dark horse?
Obviously.
How is that a dark horse if he's always good at the track?
Yeah.
I mean, if any other track,
he's had one good race here.
I don't have any. Not really. He's had multiple good races here.
Yeah, but do you expect him to win week in and week out?
No, but do I expect him to win at Bristol? Yes, I do see him as being a very high chance of winning, other than Kyle Busch dominating, obviously. If Kyle Busch somehow does not. I don't know. It's just I just have a different opinion. My opinion is on a week in and week out basis.
He came in 26th and 5th.
That's probably because he wrecked.
So he only has 2 top 5s here.
But he's always.
I'm just saying.
This has been the best track that he's raced at consistently.
Yeah, so he's a dark horse, in my opinion. That's all. Move on.
Okay. My last saying is. My opinion is it should be on a weekend basis. Your opinion is it should be on his entire career. So if Jeff Gordon comes back to NASCAR, he's not a dark horse. He is a favorite.
Not necessarily. Well, yeah. I don't know if you consider him a favorite right out of the gate. But I don't know if you can really call him a dark horse.
Exactly.
Debatable. Very debatable.
He would definitely be a dark horse because he's been out of NASCAR for 3 years now.
Or who?
Gordon.
Gordon? Yeah, he would be a dark horse. 100%. Because no one knows how good he is now.
All right. Anyways, moving on.
Before this gets triggering,
it's literally haunted us. We had like a good old 20-minute debate about it.
Yeah, it's we're over an hour.
Yeah.
Because of freaking Caleb.
All right,
Caleb
so
took a whole hour.
we got anything else to talk about?
No, not really.
Jenner, you got anything on your mind?
No.
Well, I don't really have. There was something I thought. I don't know. I can't really.
Watch as soon as we turn off this broadcast, someone thinks about something.
Yeah, I think just kind of. I guess that's because we never picked our dark horses. Well, Caleb did, and then of course that's already a good 10-minute debate. But
yeah,
my dark horse. Kyle Busch. No, I'm just kidding. Go with William Byron. I mean, he's second, so he clearly.
Hey, we have a viewer.
Hey,
he clearly has speed here this week.
Because we got a comment.
What's the comment?
Yes.
What is it?
Says Jones is a dark horse. Says Cold. Rocker 105. Hi.
Yo, so how you doing?
I started carrying a knife after I attempted mugging three.
Should we report this?
And my mugging have been successful. I think that's how you get demonetized.
What?
The joke that he put in there.
Hold on, I want to see this. Hold on.
I like that cold guy.
Yeah. What do you mean? He said, "Oh shoot, never mind. I read it incorrectly."
How the fuck do you do this?
Okay. I don't know. If you literally pick any other track but Bristol, then I agree with Jones being a dark horse. Like any other track. But this one, it's just, for me at least, he's not one. But yeah,
I think I could pick. In my opinion, I think I could have picked Corey over Joy, and you'd still say that's not a dark horse.
You're joking, correct?
Yes, I'm joking.
You know I'm not that dumb, right?
When I pick my dark horse.
No, he's not joking.
Corey LaJoy.
If you pick Corey LaJoy, you're joking yourself.
If I put him on my fantasy,
I think the only thing you can pick Corey LaJoy as a dark horse for is finishing.
You know what? You know who's my dark horse?
If I put him on my fantasy team and he'd somehow win innovation, how many points I'd jump?
Yeah. You know who my dark horse is right now? Landon Castle.
Is he even in the race?
No.
Does he even race?
Whoever the slowest guy.
I should do that one. We just put all the dark horse, like all the lower tier teams
guys on.
And if they actually one of them wins, I would jump so high in points.
Yeah. Well, Landon Castle was in the top 10 for a little bit.
How do I check my league?
Like, I believe he was in the top 10 on pit strategy. I was like, wait, it was like 2 laps into it, like still in 12th.
I'm 27th in points in the Danny B League.
Oh shit!
Is he like
out of 50?
Fast now? But no, he just like, I couldn't imagine being the guy behind Landon Castle on the restart. Like, just imagine being that guy.
The fear.
That'd be horrible.
I know.
Do you remember the year at Bristol?
What about it?
When Dale didn't go to start, his car wouldn't go.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
Just look up on YouTube. His car actually would not go.
We got like 3 viewers now. Oh, I'm 1 subscriber away from 40. Shout out to you guys for hitting that subscribe button. Is Blockman water cooler Dale? No, that is Henry 20. He is the William Byron. Blockman left?
Yeah, he might disconnect it.
No, there he is. He's
Hey.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
It just fucking kicked me out.
Hey, the Reds lost 2-0.
Have they not scored in like 4 games now?
Jesus Christ!
It's about to break one more game. They break a record from the 1800s. Most games scored without a.
Yo, are we a football? Are we a football fucking thing or not?
No.
Never mind. We got an instant replay before the game ends.
Oh my god!
We got an instant replay. Never mind. Before the game ends.
Yo, if I show this to my friends, this podcast, they're gonna say, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
So, what were we talking about? We were actually getting this stuff. I was going to say something.
We were wrapping up.
Yeah,
we were, but then I thought I was going to say something.
No, we're wrapping up.
Yeah, I think we done. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out. This is a record high viewership. 3 people.
But 40 the 1 week.
Well, that was after the podcast. I think people just like clicked on it all the first 2 seconds of it.
Or Eric E-Steps Live, so.
But thank you for coming out and checking out. We should be back for episode. Why does this say episode 8? We're on episode 9. Oh my god. We have 2 episode 8s now. Love that for me. I can go back.
8 ended early, so.
Did it?
Yeah, because your mother.
Oh, yeah. Mom was like, "Yeah, you can't do that."
This is 8.5.
But we actually, because we had a good conversation going on. Then she said no.
In chat, hashtag Hendrick sucks.
If Hendrick finishes 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm actually going to laugh to the end of time. But thank you guys for coming out and watching it. We'll be back next week. And yeah, that's all I got. Any closing arguments, closing anything you guys got?
I opened up my Minecraft server again.
Generally, you got any ending? You want anything?
I got you one. Stay foxy.
Well, if you guys haven't already, make sure to that subscribe button. And we got 4. We broke a new record, guys. We broke a new record. We did.
Yo, everyone, press F in chat.
Oh shit! We can do that.
Yep, everyone, come on.
Be sure to. I think we might start up a Discord maybe at some point for the podcast. I don't know. I think that's get a little bit bigger for that, but be sure to hit the subscribe button if you guys are new, and thank you guys for coming out. Come back
also,
next
hit that bell
week.
icon. Hit that bell icon to get notified.
Get notified. And Henry's back. So Caleb, you got anything closing before we head off?
Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
No. He's saying do drugs. Don't stay in school. Drink alcohol. Live life. You. All right. Have a good night.
Don't go to prison. Stay good, steady, stay out of trouble.
If you get a girl
stay in
pregnant,
trouble. Don't go to prison. Drink alcohol. Woo!
Get a girl pregnant. Make sure
I gotta tell you about prank when we get done.
Make a girl pregnant and leave. Have a good night.
Next week at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Peace out.